back on the homestead again. So I've been buying some plugs. These plugs I've got here that I'm going to show you, I'm experimenting with. I've put them into my lazy hugel bed, which I'll show. Let's show you. So here we go. So this bed, you might see on other videos, is really just a load of branches from the olive trees, from mimosa and oak branches, etc, etc, and then it's been covered over and over with loads of organic matter, tons of it, and look at that. And it's beginning to break down and it's looking really good. Now the problem I've got obviously is the wood in there hasn't really broken down as much as I'd like. I was a bit optimistic. I think I wouldn't put as many big bits in here next time. But what I did is I just made some little holes down to the bottom, down to the earth at the bottom, and put in these plugs there. So now the roots should be growing right into the bottom of the, underneath all of this organic matter. It should be nice and wet and damp there, and I shouldn't have to water these at all. And it's a really good test because these are watermelons, so not watermelons, sorry, they're white melon, so they should need a lot of water. So let's see whether they actually grow or not. I probably won't even water these at all. So I'll be interested to see how these melons get on, and I'll be planting other things in here as well, probably some more courgettes and more melons maybe if I can find some nice plugs. In this bed, you might have seen on one of the previous videos, I cleared it, had broad beans in here, and now I've planted in some tomato plugs and some aubergine plugs and some courgettes and some peppers, and some of them are the ones that I grew from seed, others were plugs. Now it's been a brilliant bit of weather here. In June we've just had a lot of water, lots and lots of rain. It's been brilliant, so it's perfect time to now start mulching with the weeds I've got on the side there, mulching all of this to retain that moisture, keep down the weeds, and give all of these plants in here the best chance I can. Now I might run some irrigation pipes in here first. That would probably be sensible. Let's have a think. So you can see now I've mulched this bed around the plants, around the peppers. You probably can't see them. I decided not to use what I pulled up in this bed because there was a lot of grass with grass seeds in it. I didn't quite catch it in time. So I'm just going to leave that along that edge, and that'll slightly enlarge this bed. And what I actually did was I pulled up a load of this mint that grows everywhere here. It's profuse and it grows everywhere. It's one of the reasons we bought the property, because we knew that it would have lots of this organic matter that can just be pulled up and come again. So there's a lot of mint, there's some clover in there and some docks, and I've just laid that around, crisscrossed, gridded around the peppers, the aubergines, and here the tomatoes, and the squashes and the courgettes. So why do we spend all this time mulching? Well, several reasons. If you know our channel, we like to go traveling, so we want to go away for probably about a month, maybe longer, maybe 6-8 weeks. So if we can mulch this bed, we probably will have it on an irrigation as well, but that'll retain a lot of water and these will grow and we'll be able to come back and crop when we come back. So that's one reason. The other reason is it's good for the soil. You've got all this organic matter, it's going to break down into the soil and build up the organic matter in the soil. It's quite a clay heavy soil here, very fertile but quite heavy and clay, so the more organic matter that we add the better. And also it's suppressing the weeds and keeping that moisture in the soil, because we're trying to sort of come up with ways to reduce the amount of water we use on the land. So that's why we do this. Whoa. So we got we got some paper wasps, I think they're paper wasps, making a nest in the greenhouse, and they're getting quite aggressive. So it's a bit of a, like, take your life into your own hands when you go in there. I just wanted to get some seeds and other bits, and I got attacked. I got stung earlier. I need to get that ball of string on that pallet, and I need to remove the pallets. What do I do? It's scary. Right, I'm just going to go in quickly, go out, and not look threatening. So, another sunny morning on the homestead. Here I've planted that orange tree, actually it's a tangerine. Thought it was a good space here, sheltered from the cold winds, and also quite a lot of moisture in the soil here all year round. And there you can see, just in the distance, a grapefruit as well. So we put 2 citrus here to see how they get on. Obviously, if you look here, our oak trees that were tiny when we got here have started growing massively, and this is what I really want to talk about today. This becomes an amazing resource. Now, we'll cut this back, top it off, keep it down to about 2 meters, 2.5 meters, 3 meters high, and cut off a lot of the branches and use all of that biomass to go back on the soil. So look at all those leaves, and it's just a fantastic cut and come again resource. Been watching a few videos on syntropic gardening and horticulture, which is using trees basically, and it's all about the trees. If you look around our quinta, we've allowed lots and lots of trees to grow, oaks, pines, strawberry tree, 3 types of oak actually, and also these. Now these are coming from our cherry, and these are all a wild cherry variety, and you can see there's lots here come up from this wild cherry just here, and we've got some more over there, and if you look carefully you might be able to see the cherries on there. The cherries are nice, they're sour, so they need to be sort of utilized in other ways. They make a nice chili sauce, sour chili sweet sauce, which was really good. Anyway, these are not in the right place though, so I will dig these up and these will be moved to other places, and like I say, they will be cut quite a lot, quite heavily, pruned heavily to get that biomass, all of that lovely leaf growth and stem growth can all just go back on the soil and feed the soil. And it's one of the principles of syntropic gardening is you cut back the trees, put it straight back onto the soil, that breaks down, improves the soil. So that's another way that we improve the soil here and yeah, help hopefully grow things, retain moisture, etc, etc. Oh, and I didn't say, I also planted, and I don't know whether you'll see that there, but there is a passion fruit that at last got round to planting, and that's going to grow up with that vine into these oak trees. So I love brambles. They're a lot of work when they're in the wrong place, but if you can control them and utilize them, you get this type of flowers. Look at this. These are all going to be blackberries, and I love blackberries, and they're so easy to grow. You just need to cut them back. And the other thing, look at this. They're fantastic for the bees and the butterflies. Brambles. I love brambles. This is what's called a healthy ecosystem, encouraging biodiversity, ensuring that nature's given a chance rather than fighting it all the time. Work with it, and you can have best of everything. Look at these butterflies, aren't they amazing? Like this video, subscribe, share it if you know anyone else who'd like to see it. Hit the notification bell to see other videos. We've got videos on how we're getting on, our experiments on the homestead, and our property videos. When we see a property that we like the look of, we think you might like the look of, we video it and put that up. And yeah, take care and bye.